So the Ifa chief priests have broken the good news. Yes, the good news is finally out. So according to the Ifa chief priest, the gods have spoken to him. And according to him, oh my people, this is indeed a thing of celebration. Oluri Naomi will still give birth for the Oni, and this time around, she's going to have triplets. Hey, my people, this one is jubilation. When people think they have twins, then the Oni has triplets coming on their way. A lot of persons are saying that, and this chief priest, his prophecies are beginning to be like a thing of a tug of war. Why is he always in the midst of Toby having twins and you're coming to come and give a prophecy and all of those things? My people, at the end of the day, waiting will be, it will be. It doesn't matter what you say. It does not even have any single concern about what you feel or how you perceive this matter. What will be will be. That is the end of it. So right now, no, remember when Oluri Naomi said that nothing will give her joy more than returning back to come be with her husband, her son in the palace, and of all, building a family. Yes, that is what Oluri Naomi said some time back, and it seems like gradually it is happening like she said, because coming back into the palace has been Naomi's desire for quite some time right now. And to return back, she's not just returning, she's returning to build a family. Yeah, she wants to build a family. And to remember that building a family, most especially in a royal setting like that, it is not just a small thing. Yes, remember when the Oni became king, he gave an electrifying speech that so many persons listened to it. People spoke about it. Everybody was talking that, that king, that is the beginning of it. And gradually they told him that he could get married to as many wives as he want because he's polygamous in nature. And the Oni started getting married. He got married to Ronke, got married to a few more persons. They came into the palace. According to the elders, the goal of only getting married to all of these women is not just to bring them and can't keep them. The goal is to bring them and to make sure that what they float children all over the palace. That is the goal. But shortly, we heard of how some started faking pregnancy, others started having their own agendas. Everybody had what the person wanted. That is just the truth. Everybody has been having what the person want and what the person feel in the palace, and it has been like that over time. So my people, right now as we speak on this matter, it has begun to be a thing that the Ifa chief priests have spoken, and lately this man have spoken some iota of truth. Yes, it is not just from what we are hearing or what we're following. From all that we have been seeing, the man has been speaking some truth, because over time the man has been one among the persons whom they have even categorically used to make sure that Naomi does not return back into the palace. Yes, this man has been a very, very vital tool that they have used over time to make sure that Naomi does not return back into the palace. Because the last time he used cleansing, that they needed to do some spiritual cleansing in the palace, they needed to do some traditional activities, and from there they continued until nobody even knew the direction it took, and they had nothing about Naomi's return back into the palace again. So when they started it another round again, they only had to tell him whether we complete that cleansing or not, Naomi is coming back into the palace. That was why he had to hasten up. And from what we were even hearing at some point, it seems like their Miriam had him under their payroll and they were paying him so well. My people, as this whole matter keeps on elongating on daily basis and going, we would come to that point of understanding that every single thing happening in the palace is bound to happen. Yes, everything happening is bound to happen. And you see this very thing that the Ifa chief priests have said, that everybody is jubilating that wow, Naomi will have triplets for the king. If it doesn't come to pass tomorrow, we know that Naomi is born to have more children for the Oni. Yes, that's that particular aspect we know that she would definitely have more children for the Oni, and that, and even if it doesn't happen to be triplets, children we know that Naomi will return back into the palace despite the forces, everybody fighting. It will still not hinder her from returning back into the palace. She would come back into the palace. Naomi is the rightful person to come rule in that palace. Naomi is that one person who has that potential, who has every single thing to return back into the palace. When Remi Tinubu celebrated Olori Naomi, you could hear the words the woman spoke. The woman spoke a lot of words, and it came to that point of realization that wow, this is indeed a person to honor. It came to that point that all of us could see the genuinity, the sincerity that Naomi has portrayed over time. So, good prophecies, good things coming Naomi's way. Just know that this woman is well deserving of it. Yes, everybody's saying now that is it because Toby had twins? Toby had twins, then you are bringing one prophecy that Naomi will have triplets. Then what will Ronke have? Well, everybody is now beginning to talk. But my people, oh, this is a palace. I remember what Oni's mother once said. The woman said her only concern is that when you get to look at the palace from the outside, it gives a different image compared to what the palace itself is. That is it. Because the things that people get to hear on the outside are far different from the real things that happens in the palace. So you might be wondering that what are the real things that happens in the palace? The real things that happens in the palace might not be as big as how these things are being exaggerated outside for us to hear, but simply because of what we are not there. So it is what the internet gives us that we listen to. And the woman was an opinion that if on his wives can help him build a palace rather than destroy it, then it will go a very long way. But how many of these women are even ready to help? Yes, how many of them are ready to help? My people, oh, this matter it get as it can be right now, and as it stands, this prophecy coming out, or let's say a word from the gods coming out right now, has been a thing of jubilation for Olori Naomi and everyone at large who wishes that Naomi returns back into the palace. So as the whole matter it can't take be, Olori Naomi, we know she would come back. Yes, that's certain. We know that Naomi will come back. We know Naomi will have children for the only, being it twins, triplets, or any single thing, quadrants. We don't know which one because even the goals are not too certain. So we don't know which one. But the end of this matter justifies the beginning. And if Naomi was willing to marry the Oni, come into the palace, start a family, then we know that the end of this matter will be great and it will be so amazing. Anybody wishing it bad will end up knowing that the Oni has that potential to have a good wife, not only wives that destroys him with their own hands. So my people, oh, we would wait and see. It doesn't take forever for a woman to get pregnant nor give birth. So all of us we gather there. We'll wait and see how this matter gets to progress. We'll wait and see how this matter will play out. But the end of it, we all are here.